This has been frustrating as hell. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to start with this. Being humble does not equal silencing yourself. Being humble, at least in the context of this reading, means that you understand that there are people who ran so that you could walk, right? Whatever it is that this collective wants to achieve for themselves, I think is not necessarily lofty, but there's something here about like this core belief that the collective has been carrying with them, almost that like forfeiting a sense of security in like, you know, a government job, for example, you know, in exchange for personal fulfillment or like pursuing a passion, that can like it has to come with some degree of poverty. And we know that that's not true. You can pursue your passions and goals without experiencing poverty, you know, at least not on the level that I'm seeing this collective dealing with, the kind of fear that might be gripping you right now, okay? However, what I'm seeing here is, I want to point out the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. You have what you need, except there are some things that really need to be tweaked, okay? So what I said, like there are people who ran so that you could walk. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, there are people who came before you who paved that way. So your humility is not at all saying like you're not good at what you do, or you're not worthy of all of the things, right? Or you can't advance and you can't move quicker than other people in whatever it is that you're doing. You absolutely, all of those things might be true. You might be the best of the best. You might be the cream of the crop. You know, you might even be better than the trailblazers who came before you. But what I'm seeing here almost is kind of looking like a lack of curiosity for something that this collective, I kind of feel like, is still a little green in. You know, there's still some stuff here that you have to learn, right? And I think that this confidence is really good, right? Like your ego can be of great help for you in this situation, right? It can help you in many cases, right? If you use it correctly. But you might be in a situation where there's like a superiority thing coming up. What is the insecurity? What insecurity is knocking at your door right now? What insecurity is showing up, and can you catch it so that you don't project it onto people around you, right? At least not in a way that is disruptive or creates something, you know, defining about you, something that other people can judge, right? I think that I'm giving you, or at the very least, this is what I'm feeling, that perhaps this reading is an opportunity for you to kind of like catch yourself before you make an ass of yourself, like to, you know, just to put it plainly. This is something that the collective has been chipping away at for a while. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. It was like a big rev and a horn. So, yeah, I think you've been chipping away at this for quite a while. I think you've been working really hard, and that consistent effort might be, you know, that's really good for your confidence, right? When we stop abandoning ourselves and start consistently putting effort into whatever it is that we wish to achieve for ourselves that is personal, and not on behalf of someone else, maybe our caregivers who wanted us to stay safe in said government job, right? You're doing it for yourself. Is what you are feeling right now the confidence that you have earned through consistently showing up for yourself? Or is what you're feeling right now a kind of grandiosity that is disguised as confidence that has a different root, right? The root of healthy confidence is a sense of purpose, right? It's consistently, it's love. It's a love root, right? But the grandiosity that I'm talking about is coming from an insecurity. What happened, right? What happened? There must be a threat of some kind. So hang on. I think you might have lost out on an opportunity or something. Maybe somebody, this might be new or it might be old. You know, there are a few things going on here. Maybe this is memories from a situation that maybe your insecurities were really tested there. What I have is the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Empress reverse, Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and then the Chariot here. I think somebody actually really tested you. Somebody in a, in a collaborative environment, right? So this could have been work, this could have been school, this could have been a family thing, where somebody set you back in your process. Somebody set you back in your progression. And that's fucked up. And it kind of it put you in a place where, you could probably tell that whoever this was kind of out to get you. So you were guarding yourself really well, but that guard has not fully been set down yet. If you're in it, there's some processing that needs to happen there, right? And if this is a chapter that's already passed, there's something that you need to kind of set down that environment gave to you, 555, as far as like, this feeling that you need to prove something. There's a kind of rigidity here. Judgment just came out with the Fool. This does not feel like it was an easy situation for you to deal with. Let's get some advice. There's like some pain here. I think that people really projected onto you. People, I'm hearing that they did not want to listen to you. Hanged Man, this is your advice. Hanged Man is, it's about a difference in perspective, but this is also, changing your perspective, but this is also about, allowing time. Two of Cups, Eight of Cups, the Tower, Ace of Wands. There's someone that you lost here that they're saying like, hey, your relationships are built on something completely different now. You have the opportunity. Whatever this was very emotional, and it spoke to how you pursue your passions. I think they made you nervous. Like whatever this was made you nervous about how you show up in the areas of your life that are centered around what you love and pursuing what you love. And whoever this was not only got in the way of that, but made you feel weird or bad or like, weird, for pursuing that and for having passion and for and what an asshole, right? And so what's happening here is like, hey, like these are not your people, right? Your advice is to understand and kind of call an end to the yearning or the grief that maybe this person, should have been different, or if they only would have. How can, and there's almost something here about like, Knight of Cups. I think, Knight of Cups here. There's almost something here about like, well, maybe if I show up different. No, Nine of Swords. No. Maybe if this is kind of taking me to like, sometimes I always catch myself when this happens, right? But sometimes it's like, if only I could explain myself, maybe if I explain myself, then they'll understand. They don't want to hear it. People's judgments are what they are. And I'm seeing this as, either one person or a group of people who looked at you and said like, what a weirdo. She's too passionate, or he's too passionate, right? They're too passionate. They're too convicted. They're too rigid. They're like overly confident. You know what I mean? Listen, like people who are successful will never ever cut someone down who is chasing success. People who are convicted and who are out to get success will not talk down to you or necessarily try to get in your way, because they are on their own pursuit of authentic success. That is a very difficult road, right? So whoever this was, I mean, I don't want to say that there was jealousy. There could have been. But whoever this was sure ain't a winner. I'll tell you that. Like, we're just really, that's not a winning mentality. In the slightest. High Priestess and the Hierophant with the Fool. Fuck these people. They might be old friends. What is the point of you being on this journey in the first place? You think that you won't meet people who can replace them very easily and do better at the job that they were holding in your life? Please.